Hello, welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am psyched to be back with a new crossword. We are rolling on TikTok, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. A bunch of places to watch us. I see people populating, especially TikTok. AJ giving me a happy Thursday. Jilly's here giving me a wave and a heart. Amy Gal's in chat. Tess is in chat, and in addition, we got you on Twitch. Okay, the gang is all here, ready to solve a crossword. If you're watching and you are new here, someone said, Go Hawks says, welcome back to TikTok. Thank you very much. Yeah, we were missing from TikTok for about a week there. Sad days, although we did have fun on our other platforms. Efon is here saying hello, and Lucy as well. Okay. We are solving an LA Times crossword today. You know what that means at this point. These do not have titles. It's puzzles by Catherine Baker and Laura Dershowitz. I'm familiar with this constructor, Laura Dershowitz. She's made some fantastic puzzles in the past, so I'm sure today is going to be great. And if you are new here, my name is Jack. I will guide us through the crossword, but these are always the most fun, the more collaborative they are. So if you see a clue and think you know the answer, pop it into chat. I will collect everybody's input and really make this a group-solving effort. Dennis is on YouTube saying hey, and we are rolling. And people are already giving me guesses on one across. We have move with a hop and a step. Multiple people saying skip. Yeah, that's nice. Starting off with some pleasant imagery. I like that. Shania on YouTube, Flossbeth on Twitch. Hello to you both. Have fun. Thanks for the heart. Didn't play. Didn't play, 3 letters beginning with an S. And Warthog is here saying, heyo. Sue Parlor came in with a good guess. And Stefan as well, both saying sat. I'm picturing like sitting on the bench in sports. If you don't play, you sit on the bench. I'm guessing that's what that's referring to. Chicken blank, starting with a K, 4 letters. Anyone think of a chicken dish? 4 letters beginning with a K. I have a decent guess about what this is. It's a dish I quite like, actually. Yeah, Amy, Ledition, Go Hawks, and Flossbeth, all writing Kiev. And Miniest Mini is back on YouTube. Hello to you. Yeah, chicken Kiev. It's like a breaded chicken stuffed with butter and herbs. It's delicious. I've actually had it in Kiev. Someone named Justin Case also come in, and Morgan Lewis liked the live. Thank you, Morgan. Okay, office assistant. All right. AI looked momentarily weird, but I think we can make sense of this. And yeah, Hobbs and Shania are both rubbing their stomachs on YouTube, wanting some chicken Kiev. Yeah, these crosswords always make us hungry. I think we never solve a crossword that doesn't make some food reference. Lay and Rand are here saying aid. Yeah, office assistant. Aid looks nice. What do we got? Eureka elicitor. I think we're going to have a couple of eureka moments in this crossword. And 17 across, 1 past 12. And it's got a question mark, which is an indicator that we shouldn't be reading this at face value. I guess face value of this clue is like time on a clock, 1 minute past 12. But the question mark says, no, there's something jokey going on there. Shania says, I'm hangry now and just had breakfast. Oh, no. Everyone steer clear of Shania. Diamond Butterbits says idea. Yeah, Eureka elicitor is a good idea. I like that. And Amy Gal says teen, as does T. Pendleton. Yeah, teen, 1 past 12. It's a nice misdirecting clue. If you are beyond 12, you are at least 13 and you're a teen. Go Hawk says teen is great. Oh, and Lay says Archimedes. Yeah, Archimedes, I think, was famous for popularizing Eureka. He discovered the law of buoyancy or something like that and ran through the streets yelling Eureka is the story. Flossbeth says, gosh, it's quiet on Twitch. Might have to switch back over to TikTok. It's up to you. I think they're both great places to watch. Jilly and Austin, an ordinary person, all saying penne. Dennis on YouTube as well. Yeah, penne, pasta with angled ends. I like that imagery. Okay. And Shania's coming. Shania's still hangry. Penne's not helping. 20 across, likely our first theme entry of the day because it's a long across. Spot where parallel lines appear to converge. Okay. Spot where parallel lines appear to converge. It's a strange clue. I can tell you parallel lines don't converge. So appear is an important word in this clue. Pete Dewitt says vanishing point. Yeah, Larry Locke, everyone, and Be Like Mike and Lucy and Ledition all saying vanishing point. Nice. I guess I'm picturing art, like if you were to paint train tracks moving away from you. We all know train tracks are parallel lines, they don't cross, but they're in the horizon, they would look like they're vanishing into a point. I think that's what we're referring to here. Interesting. Sanguine says, yes, vanishing point makes sense. Love that username. Rhyme Pays Rapper. Rhyme Pays Rapper. Yeah, F on writing perception like, exactly, yeah. Perception, artists learned how to, or perspective, that's what it is when you're painting. Shania agrees with vanishing point, so we're likely on a good track. I think Dad Not Dude's answers are all coming in now. There was something, I think some of your inputs, they're all correct, by the way. You're on a roll, but they're all rolling in right now from my perspective. Porco Rosso writes, Ice-T is the Rhyme Pays rapper. And Willie on YouTube got that one as well. Nice. Okay. Julie says Eureka would be a good name for a search engine, in my opinion. That's a really good point. I like that. It promises insight, right? Green prefix. Floss and Porco and Larry and Go Hawks all saying eco. Yeah, if it's eco-friendly. Lucy and Minnie on YouTube got that as well. Eco-friendly means environmental, means green. Great. Great. Yale student. This comes up in crosswords a lot. It's a nickname for Yale students. I think it's named after the founder of Yale. It's kind of one of these things you either know or you don't. Someone says, I don't wash my hands, says, do you remember me from 2 weeks ago? Let me tell you something. You don't forget a username like I don't wash my hands. So I absolutely remember you. And I'm so glad you've returned. Dad Not Dude and Sue Parlor say Eli. Yeah, Yale students are called Elis. I think it was literally Eli Yale who founded Yale, but someone can fact check me. I don't wash my hands says, oh my God. OMG, you do? Yes, I absolutely do. Tess is like very memorable. Yeah, Tess remembers you too. Long-time Harrison Ford role. Yeah. Robster. And I don't wash my hands followed me. I guess because I remembered them. Thank you. AJ, Robster, Shania, and Hobbs all getting Han Solo. Nice entry. Yeah, long-time Harrison Ford role, indeed. Willie got that as well. Warthog saying Hansel. No, I don't think Harrison Ford has ever played Hansel in Hansel and Gretel. Circle dances. We got 2 decent guesses. Floss says hulas, because I guess you hula like this, and you move your hips in a circle, and Ledition says horas, where the people form a circle. They both seem good. Sim is here, saying, yay, Jack. Hello, Sim. Glad you're here. Texter's equivocation. Shania says, I'm a professional factoidist. It's very true. Shania's always coming in with useful facts. Although, did you tell me yet if Eli Yale founded Yale? I'm still waiting on that fact, Shania. Okay, I like Amy's suggestion for Texter's equivocation. OTOH stands for on the other hand. I think we had this in yesterday's puzzle. Or recently, yeah, on the other hand, Texter's equivocation. Oh, and the O decides which dance we're talking about. It was Horace after all. I thought Hula's was a good guess too. Yeah, the Horace fun. Okay. Warthog correcting, he wasn't actually suggesting Hansel. That was a spell check. Understood. Maker of a breakout hit. Okay. If you're not sure, notice that breakout is capitalized. I don't think that is an accident. Yeah, Hobbs on YouTube got it. Nice. Atari. I think that's right. I think Breakout is that game with the ball is bouncing and it's hitting the blocks, and sometimes it ricochets off all the walls, and you're trying to break down all the boxes. It was the capital B on Breakout that cinched that one for me. GoHawk says, I played Breakout on Atari. Awesome. Cool. Ghostbusters actor Harold. I think a lot of people are going to know this one. Kristen knows this one, as does Dad Not Dude. Yeah, Harold Ramis. I think he didn't just act in Ghostbusters. I think he co-wrote it as well and directed Groundhog Day. Name in Latin. Name in Latin. What do we got? Yeah, Felicius says, funny man. Indeed, Harold Ramis was a funny man. Okay, name in Latin. Some of the... Lucy on YouTube is saying nomen. Yeah. That looks good. Like nomenclature. Kristen points out Harold almost also directed Caddyshack. How dare I forget. Cool. The Eras Tour venue. Yes. The Eras Tour. Anyone see the Eras Tour? I did not. Rhonda Jules is in chat saying arena. Yeah. Taylor Swift sells out arenas, of course. The most successful tour in history. Jonas Grundstrom is here and also knew arena. And saw it. Nice. Was it awesome? Wow, AJ says my sister got to go twice. So jealous. Yeah, I'm jealous of your sister too. And Tess went twice. Once in Stockholm, the other time in Edinburgh. Wow. Kristen says not a Swiftie, but going to see Paul McCartney in November. Okay, that's pretty rad too. Protected. Someone named Bam and Shania both saying safe. Oh, Shania was supposed to see the concert in Seattle but got scammed? That's so sad. I don't want that for you. Entertain in a way. I guess we basically have this filled in from crosses. Would have taken me... I wouldn't have gotten this if we didn't have all these letters in place. Yeah, AJ and Tess are saying sing for. I guess that is a way to entertain someone. And what do we have here? Napoleon's father. Ooh. Does anyone know the name of Napoleon's father? I don't believe I do. Hobbs asks if I've seen any concerts recently. I actually have. I saw Weird Al Yankovic at Madison Square Garden a couple weeks ago, and it was really fun. He sold out Madison Square Garden, and he put on quite a show. I see. It's not literally Napoleon's father. This is clever. It's this is how you say father in French. That's the idea here. I know. Very nice. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because my French pronunciation is terrible. We'll wait for May to come back next week. She speaks French. Okay. Baylor University home. Yeah, that was a good clue. And good spotting, everybody in chat. Okay, Baylor University home. Baylor is in Texas. Minnie's mini guesses Ohio, but I don't think that's going to be correct. It looks like it fits, but I'm liking the other suggestions I'm seeing. Waco. Sue Parlor writes Waco, which seems more plausible to me. I didn't know it was in Waco, but I know it's in Texas. Willie on YouTube likes Waco as well. Maria Demeno likes Waco, so we're going with it. tendril at 10 across. Jalise says Waco, definitely. Now I feel super confident. Tendril. 4 letters starting with a W. Yeah, Miniest Mini writes wisp. I like that. Wisp and tendril are both underused words. Poker buy-in. Okay, that's kind of a gimme. This can only be one thing. What do we think? Yeah, CF Martinez is in chat, also getting wisp. CF Martinez also gets this poker buy-in, ante. And D got it as well. Yeah, ante. Everyone has to toss in some chips to get the hand started. Let's do some downs. 13 down. Mortar's Companion. Also a bit of a gimme. I feel like this section is helping us out. What do we think? What do we think? Yeah, D and Go Hawks and Kristen and Lucy and Minius Mini and Willie. Oh my god, everyone coming in at the same time with pestle. Yeah, mortar and pestle. It's like that stone bowl and little, what do you even call this thing? You call it a pestle. And then you break up your herbs or whatever while you're cooking. A Sully 717. It's a new username to me, but also got pestle. Nice work. Floss says I never remember which is which. Yeah, the pestle is this one, the one that you use to do the grinding. The mortar is the bowl. Although now you have me questioning. Am I wrong about that? Oh no. Money managers. 2 decent guesses. Go Hawks is CPAs, which are accountants. AJ writes CFOs, which are chief financial officers. So maybe we do the crosses? Cairn elements. Cairn elements. I don't know why I love the word cairn, and I love the imagery of cairn. Anyone know what a cairn is? Yeah, Ledition. Okay, Sue Parlor confirming pestle is the tool. That's what I thought. And mortar is the bowl. Scav is here! Yeah, we're back, Scav. We missed you. In fact, we were streaming while TikTok was down. We were still streaming on our other platforms, and people were asking about you every day. Glad to have you back. Luke Cooper writes stones. Yeah, Karen. A Karen is a little stack of stones. AJ is psyched to have Scav back. Okay, 19 across. It looks like it was CFOs, because stones feels good. And 25 across, electric creature. Lucy says lots of Karens in Scotland. I could believe that. Yeah, Felicia says an old pharmacy tool. Yeah, pestle, right. They used to use mortar and pestle to break up the powders for pills, but I think people still use them in the kitchen. Someone named Callie Calkle writes eel. Yeah, electric creature. That seems right. Electric eels. Dennis Simone on YouTube got that as well. Okay. Dribbler that gets a batter on base, for example, at 11 down. This feels like we're mixing sports. Dribbling is in basketball, and batters and bases are in baseball. Scav, you came back just in time. You're my resident sports expert. What do we... Shania gets an infidelity, which looks like it almost fits. Oh, but she's correcting now to infielder? Infielder? Go Hawks, I see. Larry Locke says infield hit. And Dad of 3 Minions, that's an awesome username. Dad of 3 Minions says infield hit. Dribbler that gets a batter on base. So is a dribbler like when a batter does not hit the ball that hard, so it doesn't go all the way to the outfield? Is that the idea? I'm a little confused by that clue. I think it was intentionally written to be confusing with dribbler in there. Kristen says yes. Go Hawk says yes. Okay. Sue Parler says dribbler is a weakly hit ground ball. Got it. A poor hit. Okay. Cletus was very quick on this one. A vague threat. Minius Mini as well. Or else. All right. Smooth sailing so far in this puzzle. Let's look at our next theme answer. So far, we have Vanishing Point. We haven't figured out what the theme is, but I'm guessing this is our first theme entry, and this is our next one. Sensation experienced after a long day of sewing. Okay. Blar says dribble is a full swing that has the effect of a bunt. Okay, interesting. Sensation experienced after a long day of sewing. Any sewers in chat? AJ guessing that it ends in thread. That does, yeah, Felicius likes that as well. Something thread, everyone is telling me. Sensation experienced after a long day of sewing. Okay, maybe we do some crosses. Scav writes phantom thread. Phantom thread. It does fit. Daniel McCullough likes phantom thread as well. Sue Parler and Amy all like phantom. So phantom thread, is this like, oh, if you're sewing all day, then you can still feel the thread on your finger, even though it's not there? Kind of creepy. Floss says Phantom Thread and Vanishing Point are both films, so maybe we're getting films in today's theme. Lucy thinks Phantom Thread is smart. Yeah. Hobbs saying a phantom sensation, right? I kind of don't like even the thought of it. A Sole followed us. Thank you. Okay, stop waffling. Scav's like, waffles. Yeah. Don't tell Shania. She's already hangry. Stop waffling. Sue Parler and Larry Locke and Lucy and Ledition all saying opt. Yeah. I guess if you're waffling, you're on the fence. You can't decide. But once you decide you are opting for something, you no longer waffle. Works. Knucklehead. Knucklehead. Felicius is like, stop waffling, switch to pancakes. It's great advice. Shania is now thinking about waffles for dinner tonight. Look what you've done. Rand and Debuff and Ephon and Minnie all saying I'm oaf. Yeah, Knucklehead is an oaf. Chat taught me what a git is in the UK the other day. A git, which kind of sounds like an oaf, if I've actually internalized what that word means. Eureka, we have another Eureka. Didn't we have one up here? Yeah, Eureka Elicitor, and now we have just Eureka. Yeah, aha. Unfortunately, the person who got that, I can't say their username. It's slightly profane, but you know who you are, and well done to you. Kristen says git is not polite. Okay, apologies. I'm already getting profane over here. Root in tropical cuisine. Yeah, holy WTF and Dax both say taro. Yeah, taro is a root vegetable, kind of like yams, I think. Let's move to the center here. Blank juice, 3 letters. Ooh, that's a little vague. Yeah, Shania says gits are usually unpleasant people. Or oafs, maybe oaf and git aren't perfect translations then. Blank juice. I might need some downs for this, because I feel like there could be lots of different 3-letter juices. Scav guesses bug juice. That's a good idea. Bug juice at a campsite. It's like the punch at a campsite. All right. Let's do downs. Gotta do my thing. Shania says taro root look like coconuts with a dragon fruit type of filling. They're brown. Interesting. Okay. What do we like in here for 30 down? Gotta do my thing. Yeah, Amy Gal says, I'm on. Oh, Hop says, I'm me. Both interesting guesses. I guess I'm on is like, I'm up, gotta go do my thing. And I'm me, meaning like, let me be myself. Unfortunately, that doesn't help with 38 across, so maybe we need another down. Oops. Blouse. Okay, everyone is registering different guesses for 30 down. Okay, but Scav and GoHawks and Logician and Blair all say top. Yeah, blouse and top. That's the first answer in this section I feel good about. Let's do one more. Stud alternative. Ooh, although Willie says T, which T and blouse, I think top is a little better because I think T and blouse are straight up different types of tops. Shania likes top as well. Stud alternative. Miniest Mini, very quick on that one with hoop. Yeah. We're talking earrings, I guess, or maybe rings in general. Hoop versus a stud. And then I think a bunch of people, yeah, Dad Not Dude is saying moo juice. Oh my God. It's like a kiddish way to say milk. And then it looks like Hobbs was right that it is I'm me. Gotta do my thing. I'm me. That's a strange entry. Do we look at 42 across or is it premature? Let's try it. Scav giving me the cow emoji from Moo Juice. Okay, erroneous result on a medical test. Excuse me. Shania fact-checking everything while she's trying to do other work. This is, if you want to procrastinate, Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live is the place to be. Debuff and Efon and Lucy saying false positive. False positive. It fits, and it fits the clue. Erroneous result on a medical test. Yeah, that's got to be right. Maria got that as well, as did Ramrat. Okay, false positive. So we got vanishing point, phantom thread, and false positive. I feel like I'm whiffing a theme here, but I'm not sure exactly how to describe it. Dennis got false positive as well. Yeah, Shania is saying like on a drug test or a pregnancy test, exactly. Arkadium reminding everybody that we're here every day. We stream every day at noon Eastern time. So if you're new here, please know that. And follow us if you are new, because it'll remind you of when we're streaming. Like the galaxy from which 5 Down hails. Okay, 5 Down was Han Solo. So like the galaxy from which Han Solo hails. Floss says, I've abandoned my film theory. It was a good theory. Phantom Thread and Vanishing Point were both films. But yeah, I guess we don't know a film called False Positive. Is that the problem? Right. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. That's a fun entry. Linguist Chomsky. Public intellectual, I think many people know. I'm wondering if 57 across is going to be a revealing phrase to kind of tie the theme together, or if it's going to be another example of these types of phrases we're getting. There is a commonality to them. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Yeah, Maverick writes Noam Chomsky. Sue Parler says there is a film called False Positive. If so, these are kind of deep cuts, no? Felicia says Norm. No, it's not Norm Chomsky. It's Noam Chomsky. I feel confident about that one. As does Dennis and Lucy and Willie. Okay, work together. Floss says, I'm expecting a revealer, hopefully a punny one. Yeah, so maybe that'll live at 57 across. We'll find out soon enough. Okay. Work together. Yeah, Lucy, quick on team up. That looks good. Shania says, I think there's a theme, things that aren't real. Yeah, maybe that's the way to describe this. Vanishing point, phantom thread, and false positive. They're all things that aren't real. Yeah, nice observation, Shania. I think you're onto something. Let's polish off this little section here. All-star side. Okay, more sports. Scav just giving me the S. Dad, not dude. And Jesse Valdez also right, East. Yeah, I think all-star games often pit East versus West. Is that the idea? Eric Smith got East. Nice one. Backyard spot that's shovel ready. Okay. And that is crossing. Might as well look at all of these. Night before, next to cozy spot for 47 down. Am I hunting down 47? Oh, we don't even have 47 down yet, so I'll just leave that as it is. But GoHawks and Eric Smith and Sue Parlor are all saying shed. Yeah, Lucy likes shed as well. Backyard spot that's shovel ready. Okay. And Minnie writes Eve for the night before. Yeah, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve is the night before. And finally, number of fielders in slow pitch softball. I didn't know this, but I do now just because only one number fits at this point. And what was this cozy spot for something? Okay. Yeah, it's looking like Jesse Valdez and GoHawks. I'll say this is going to be 10. Yeah, 10 fielders in slow pitch softball. I believe it. Back west. Old tape dispenser. Old tape dispenser. And there's a question mark here too. Oops, did not mean to go there. There's a question mark here too. Deadfox is here. First answer I've seen from you today says VCR. Yeah, that looks great. I guess it's not literally. You're meant to think of Scotch tape, I guess, is the joke. Like a tape dispenser. But VCR is an old type of tape. Debvox says, hi, late. Nope, you're right on time. We still have about a third of this crossword to do, and we haven't really cracked the theme. Period between homework and dinner for some kids. Nice. Yeah, a bunch of people, Scav and Debvox and Jesse and Ledition and Minnie and Lucy all saying TV time. There's something with TV time, what was it, Moo Juice, skipping. There's something very like childhood nostalgia about this crossword. But then it's weirdly mixed in with creepy things like phantom thread, and even false positives are sort of downers. Made a comeback. Made a comeback. Oh, Amy's off to work. All right, see you again tomorrow, I hope so. Made a comeback. Yeah, Petrea Burton and Lucy, very clever. Both of you guys writing echoed. It's a good clue for echoed. The sound literally made a comeback. Minnie thinks it's clever as well. Sherbet brand. Dad, not dude, thanks for liking the live. Yeah, Sherbet brand. I guess this is clearer now that we have most of the letters in place. Wouldn't have been my first instinct, though. And yeah, Warthog writes Edie's. I think of Edie's as an ice cream brand, but I guess Sherbet is ice cream adjacent, so I'll allow it. Jasmine, thanks for liking the live. Average in math class. Okay. What are they getting at here? Yeah, Rob O and Sue Parlor and Jilly all saying mean. Literally, an arithmetic mean is the average of your numbers. So they're not saying that you got a C in your math class. We're talking statistics here. Rattler got that one. Nice. Natsu says math for Jack. Exactly. Crosswords are such verbal activities. I always appreciate when they toss in a math clue or two. Home of the American Gothic house. Okay. Yeah, again, it's much easier when we have crosses in place. Minnie writes Iowa. American Gothic is that famous painting of the couple where the man is holding the pitchfork. Okay, catches some rays. We'll do this one, and then we'll look at 57 across. Catches some rays. Catches some rays. Yeah, logician very quick to say tans. If you suntan, you catch some rays. D likes that. Jasmine likes that. I like it too. Okay, it is a revealer. Snide dismissal and what can be said about these theme answers. Snide dismissal and what can be said about these. Mini says painted by Grant Wood or something similar. Grant Wood does sound familiar. I think you're right. Snide dismissal. Interesting. Logician says that's the spirit, which is kind of a nice idea because spirits sort of aren't real, and Shania was suggesting that these things aren't real. The problem with that's the spirit is that I would not call it a snide dismissal. Warthog says that's all, folks. I see. Leigh is saying that's all made up. Efon says that's not a thing. That's pretty funny. Floss says that's not a thing is great. Is that what we like? Scav likes it too. Okay, let's make sure it fits. That's not a thing. That would be hilarious. Let's start checking the downs, make sure this is actually the revealer we're looking for. Halls with effort, okay. Warthog likes it too. Seems like everybody likes it, but yeah, we'll do the downs for good measure. Yeah, lugs. Deadbox and AJ and Julie getting lugs, as does Minnie. Animated pics, okay. Seems like everyone at least agrees that they want the answer to be that's not a thing. Because it's kind of the funniest. It describes the theme well. Yeah, Minnie and Floss and Great Unknown and Jasmine saying gifs. Can you put gifs into chat or only emojis? I never get a gif. Ingredient in a Florentine dish. And this is the first real test of that's not a thing. If the N checks out, and I'm actually seeing that it probably will. Yeah, Warthog pointing out the snideness too. Right, that's not a thing is indeed a very snide thing to say. Jesse and Felicious saying spinach, not Spanish. Spinach. Yeah, eggs Florentine has spinach in it. Maverick and Lucy got that as well. All right, on to the O. If the O checks out, I'm going to feel pretty good. Shakespearean volume. Minnie says, I haven't seen a GIF option. Otherwise, you would be definitely seeing loads from me. Yeah, I guess it might end up getting distracting if everybody were sending me GIFs intermixed with text answers. Owen Dillon, welcome to you. Got spinach as well. Nice. Dad Not Dude writes folio, Shakespearean volume. Yeah, I think a folio in general refers to like a stack of papers. I almost want to just check this G out of nowhere. That'll be a lock. Delight. Can anyone think of a 4-letter word for delight that starts with a G? Shania now wants spinach. There's not a food item that goes by in this grid that Shania doesn't now want to eat. Nice. Crystal on YouTube, Hobbs, Soup Parlor, Go Hawks, Willie, everyone writing Glee. And that fills me with glee, honestly, because I think that's a lock now. I think it is definitely, that's not a thing. Snide dismissal. Kind of a funny revealer here. So vanishing point, I guess it's not a thing because parallel lines don't actually vanish. It's an illusion. It seems like they converge, but they don't. Phantom thread, it feels like the thread is there, but it's not a thing. The thread is not literally there. And false positive, you don't actually have the condition. It was a false positive. So they're all not really things. Pretty amusing, actually. I like it. Antlered deer. Did I just freeze? No, we're here. We're here. And Rob and Minnie say stags. Julie says about the only way I can eat spinach is when it's turned into dip. Fair enough. I mean, spinach artichoke dip is delicious, but I like spinach in other forms too. Nolan got stags. Yeah, stags are male deer. They're the ones with the antlers. Avis rival. Avis is a car rental company. So if we can think of any other car rental companies. Yeah, Califlorida is back and writing Alamo. It's the only one I can think of that fits. So I think that's right. 59 down, Amo, Amas, blank. I think we are conjugating love in Latin? Warthog shared the love, thank you. Yeah, I think Great Unknown is right here. I think it's Amat. Lucy concurs, so we're going to go with that. It's also looking promising with these crosses. Yeah, Pipe Alternative, right atop, Party Throwers. Okay, these both look like they check out. Yeah, Dad Not Dude confirming it's love in Latin. Doug Pierce is here writing cigar. Yeah, Pipe Alternative. 2 different ways to consume tobacco, pipes and cigars. And Party Throwers are indeed hosts, as Sue Parlor points out. Very nice. Okay, we're getting there. Home stretch here. Bose. Bose. CF Martinez writes suitors. I like that as well. Suitors. Braxton, thanks for liking the live. I don't trust stairs because they're always up to something, for example. Great clue. Great clue. Yeah, Julie Floss, F on Rob, and Minnie all writing pun. Stairs are always up to something. Gotta love a good pun. If you love crosswords, you gotta love a pun. I don't think it's one or the other. Yeah, GoHawks points out, or a dad joke, indeed. Yardstick division. Crossing. Ew. Yeah, Minnie writes that it's an inch. Yardsticks are broken into inches. And it looks like ew is going to be ick. Dennis Griffin is here. Also get an inch. Soph says, what app is this? This is Arkadium. So Arkadium does have an app, but it's also a website, arkadium.com. They put out tons of crosswords like this one and lots of other games as well. So do check out Arkadium. You can check the link in the bio. It's a great place to start. Ish. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Diatribe writes kind of. D writes kind of, sort of. Looking good. All right, only a few answers left. Blank contendery. 68 across, picked as a Scrabble tile. Picked as a Scrabble tile. What do we got? Yeah, Rob and CF Martinez and Dad Not Dude all saying Nolo contendery. This is, it's a plea in, oops, not like that, like that. I think it's somewhere between a pleading guilty and not guilty. I'll let the legal experts in chat weigh in. Ledition, Larry Locke, and Drew all say, or no, not Drew. D wrote Drew for picked as a Scrabble tile. Yeah, you draw a tile from the bag. All right, only a little bit left. Par for the course. BYOB part. And this last one is You Said It. Who's closing us out here? Scav, back with a vengeance. Writing Norm for par for the course. Yeah, par for the course looks like Norm. and Floss writing amen. That makes BYOB own, bring your own booze. Hobbs points that out. Tess, quick with the drum roll. Who's giving me a drum roll? Will we get the confetti? I'm going to put an N in. And here we go. Yes. Well done, everybody. Very nice. Oh, Barbara McDowell just showed up on Facebook to get the last entry of the day. Well done. I had a lot of fun. This was a weird theme in a way that I kind of like. There was something whimsical about it. Vanishing point, phantom thread, false positive. That's not a thing. Yeah. Fun time. Well done, everybody. Please join us again tomorrow. I'll be back with another crossword, same time, noon Eastern. I really hope to see you there. And in the meantime, check out Arkadium.com. They have lots of great crosswords like this, tons of other games as well. I will see you all very soon, I hope. All right, I'm signing off. Take care, everybody.